Hi, I'm Amy Davis from Future Publishing's photography portfolio, and I'm here today to take a look at the Nikon D3300. This camera is the newest entry-level model from Nikon and is the second to use a monocoque construction. That is, it's made from a single piece of material, making it both stronger and lighter than the D3200. Nikon has reduced very slightly the overall size of the D3300 compared with the D3200, but what makes the biggest difference is the new collapsible 18 to 55mm kit lens. If we place the two cameras next to each other, you can really see the difference. This lens collapses down to a much smaller size than the previous version, making it easier to fit into a bag. Before you use the camera, you'll need to press this button and twist the lens outwards, making initial startup somewhat slower than other cameras. You can of course leave the lens extended though. There are relatively few buttons on the D3300, with much of the control taking place via the screen. It's a shame therefore that this 3-inch 921,000 dot device isn't touch sensitive. It's also not tilting or articulating, making it harder to use when shooting from awkward angles. The user interface has been revamped for the D3300, giving it a cleaner look. The camera now displays 3 circles which represent shutter speed, aperture and sensitivity. These displays change as you alter settings using the scrolling dials or buttons, and the aperture display opens and closes as you open and close the aperture. This dial on the back of the camera is used for altering the aperture or shutter speed, depending on the mode you're shooting in. When in fully manual mode, and you need to control both, holding down this exposure compensation button while scrolling the dial enables you to switch between the two parameters. A sort of quick menu is accessed on the D3300 by pressing a button labelled I on the back of the camera. Press this first, then use the directional keys to travel to a setting you want to change, such as white balance, and then press OK to bring up the different options available to you. Unfortunately, this menu isn't customizable, so if there's something on this menu you rarely use, you're stuck with it. There is also a function button near the lens mount. By default, holding this down will allow you to quickly change the ISO, but you can change this to control a couple of other settings if you prefer. Changing the AF point is very simple. All you'll need to do is press the directional arrow keys to move around to the point you need. AF speeds when using the viewfinder are pretty quick, but it's worth noting that if you're using live view, speeds are reduced. As the D3300 is an SLR, the viewfinder is optical and offers a 95% field of view. While it is bright and clear, not showing 100% of the scene means that there is a chance of something appearing in the final image that you didn't notice in composition. With a large resolution though, cropping out any of those mistakes shouldn't lead to a major reduction in quality. Although the D3300 has the same pixel count as the D3200, the sensor is different and has no optical low-pass filter, which we found has a positive impact on detail reproduction. We have been impressed with the image quality straight from the camera, with bright, punchy colours and the excellent detail reproduction we had hoped for. Although noise isn't particularly problematic, the camera sometimes favours detail reproduction over noise reduction. For more information on the Nikon D3300, read my full review at techradar.com.